In this educational narrative, we delve into the concept of private inheritance in C++ programming. Slide 1. Title slide. The screen opens with the title, Private Inheritance. What gets inherited? Below it, the subtitle, Understanding Access Control in C++, appears. The animation used here is a fade-in effect that smoothly introduces both the title and subtitle. The voiceover welcomes viewers. Hello everyone. Today we'll learn about private inheritance in C++, what gets inherited, and how access levels change. Slide 2. Introduction to inheritance. The slide explains that inheritance allows one class to reuse features of another, building a parent-child relationship. An arrow animation appears, connecting the base to the derived class visually. The narrator explains that inheritance helps us reuse code by allowing one class to use the properties of another. It builds a parent-child relationship between classes. Slide 3. Types of inheritance. The slide lists public, protected, private, with private particularly highlighted. An animation sequence brings each type onto the screen one by one, emphasizing private inheritance as the focus. The voice explains there are 3 types of inheritance in C++, public, protected, and private. In this presentation, we'll focus on private inheritance. Slide 4. What is private inheritance? This slide states, public and protected members become private and derived class. Private members are not inherited. Members change colors, and access arrows point out these changes visually on screen. In private inheritance, the narration continues. All public and protected members of the base class become private in the derived class. That means they are inherited, but not accessible to outside objects. Slide 5. Example code here. A C++ code example appears line by line, with check marks, white heavy check mark, and cross mark, symbols marking allowed and not allowed operations respectively. The derived class can access public and protected members of the base, the narrator describes, but not its private members. Slide 6. Table. What gets inherited? A table format that lists member type, inheritance status, access in the derived class, and accessibility to outside objects fills the screen. The narrative voice succinctly explains, here's a summary table. Public and protected members are inherited as private. Private members are not inherited at all. Slide 7. Key points. The key takeaways appear as bullet points, each highlighted with a check mark. Public/protected become private, private not inherited, accessible only inside derived class. Each point gains emphasis with a checkmark animation. In short, the voiceover says, everything except private members is inherited, but access from outside is not allowed. This means private inheritance gives you reusability with security. Slide 8. Real-life analogy. A diagram of a car plus engine appears, illustrating the analogy. The voiceover likens private inheritance to a car using an engine internally. Think of a car and its engine. The engine's features are used by the car internally, but you can't directly access them. That's like private inheritance.